running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Powered by Riverside.
Good morning, Skippy.
Oh, kind of an abrupt end there. Kind of an abrupt end.
I stopped so. I was late on the fade.
I was gonna say there's no fade, there's no outro. It's just.
Oh. Yes.
Good morning to you. Are all our streams up and running?
I don't know. Maybe I see us over there on the YouTube.
Well,
we're up on the Riverside. TikTok's like a 10-minute process, and I didn't start early, so it's coming.
Understandable.
Okay. I'm picking my teeth real quick.
No problem.
Got breakfast in there.
Oh, hope it was good.
Welcome, Steve, on the YouTubes.
Hey, Steve on the
YouTube. Up.
Okay.
It is a rockin'.
So good.
How's Skippy's audio, everybody, on YouTube, since that's where all our audio complaints come from?
I hope it's good, because I can't do anything about it, so I'm hoping it's good.
I'm sending you a... No, I'm not doing that. I got a package coming to you as soon as I get your address.
Oh, boy.
It's probably not a bomb.
At this point, just let me know so I get the dogs out. That's fine. I'd be 85% okay with that.
Chad, you can just leave a comment on the stream that you're watching. You don't have to send me a separate text. But Chad says it's working fine so far.
Well, good. That's good. That's great. So today's a great day. So this is going to be a great week, right? It's going to be a great week. We both had a great week ish.
I did.
Like everything's.
What
great.
do you mean ish?
Everything's great.
Everything's fantastic.
Oh, I love today. Loved yesterday. Got my shopping done for the week yesterday. That was
Chad, buy one. Stop calling me a douche nugget. Stop being a cheap bastard and go buy yourself a keyboard.
There we go. Speaking of
cheap bastards,
I was going to say
you not okay. Using to have a you not having a real microphone.
No, I mean this is what I got. I feel like a truck driver when I use it. Like I have a real job.
Oh, shoot.
Oh boy.
No, you're good. Keep going.
Okay. As I mentioned to you yesterday, I need $56,000 in sales the rest of the year to hit what I made or did last year.
Okay.
September looks good. October looks a little bland. So we're gonna have to beef up October a little bit.
I'm not sure.
Once I figure out what's going on with the cafe.
Yeah, they get looking at my stuff. Square. I have to get all my stuff pulled up.
That stuff. Gotcha.
Not quite there this morning yet.
But it's at the end of the day, it's still a good day.
Of course. It's a beautiful day. It's gonna be 90 degrees over here again.
Oof. It's like 47 out right now.
It was 64 overnight for us.
Really?
That's as cold as it's getting over here for this week. It's like we don't have a break. We don't return to fall until Monday in any form.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I guess I really didn't look. It's 60 right now at the moment.
It's 47.
I guess.
Well, compared to 90, 64 feels pretty cool.
I like that there's no precipitation in the forecast.
No participation from the water.
Yes, the water from the sky will not be falling.
Our first chance of water is on Tuesday.
Relatively very high humidity, 94% currently. That's great.
It's been
Yeah, we're having, according to this, low 80s all week.
Let's see here.
That's good.
89, 85, 85, 86, 87, 87, 85
Well,
are my next 7 days.
You get that lake effect heat.
Yeah, that's a thing.
We just made it up. It's absolutely a thing.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
You get that lake effect.
I really liked our 3 days of fall, or false fall, or whatever you want to call it, but I really enjoyed it. I would like it to come back.
That was just late spring.
We're now at actually summer.
Yeah, now we're in summer.
Okay.
Well, good, because I got some big events that are coming up. So
well, we've been, I mean, pretty much since we got to like March, we've been above average warm.
Yeah.
For the cooler months. I mean, it's been very Southern California-y here, where it's just been kind of right there, the 70s and low 80s for the most part, and
we're
a few outliers.
Michigan is actually in a in continent, or was it in?
We're not in continent.
No, well, some people are. Huck, great talk.
Cool story, bro. Tell me more.
I want to use the word drought, but it's not drought. We are
on this side.
We're record less rain. Yeah, record.
I think they would call that a drought.
Record low rainfall is what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, my backyard is a little crunchy in some spots where the sun hits it. Yeah. I've now in September gone to watering twice a day versus I've only had to water once a day up until the last 3 weeks. And the mums I just planted for the fall are really not happy.
Yeah.
They also think this weather is bullshit.
They enjoy that.
Yeah, so
I love how I'm sorry to let's get on politics real quick.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, not bad. I love how politicians, not either side. I mean, we know which side really does it, but
either side. You're so close.
Hold on. Talk about climate change, right? But in my hometown, or my current hometown, 19 like for today, for 9/15, like the last time 104 was the record temperature in 1980. 101 in 1921. How are we having climate change? Like we're not. There's low temperatures, like 42 in 1902.
If you actually look at the overall studies from the National Geological or the Global Geological Studies or whatever, that the melting of the ice caps will actually make it cooler in Michigan.
Probably. I mean,
because it'll shut down the Gulf Stream with all that cold water entering it, and then we lose our influx of the warmer air and water. So we'll actually have worse winters in Michigan, and our summer temperature will actually be like the new San Diego.
So the coolest on record in the 2000s is 2011, ranks 4th at 75 degrees.
See, it's happening. I'm sure I could find you an opposite study that would say the opposite, though. So I guess it just depends on what you want to know, and then you can find a corresponding study. Welcome to the age of information.
Hold on. Please accept my sincere apologies. That's Jackson, Mississippi.
Jesus fucking Christ, you idiot.
Please hold. Type in my zip code.
No one is listening for weather reports. This is how Skippy has nothing else to talk about outside of one event. He's got nothing else of value to talk about.
Actually, I have a lot to talk about. We got some good stuff to talk about.
Well, are we going to get to it?
Well, why don't you? I always start off. Why can't you start off?
Some of us have things to do this morning.
We have an hour and a half to hour and 20 minutes to.
I have 275 people to feed tomorrow that I have to start prepping.
That's your own fault. Okay, fine. I'll do it since you don't care. Anyway.
Bernie says, good morning, Josh.
Yeah.
The no prize giving easy bake oven line Skippy. Wow. Maybe that was and the no prize giving easy bake oven Lion Skippy. Yeah, okay.
What's funny is
Wanted to make
he
sure I got that
actually
in there.
hold on. So Mr. Scanlon, who goes by the surname Bernie, uh, did not follow directions in the original post. The original post said to DM me. He decided to comment, so he is disqualified. Anyway, at least I have one. At least I have one fan.
Folks, every once in a while we get a live look at what to do inside of your business and customer relations. Oftentimes it's a not what to do. This would be one of those instances where Skippy could just very easily send Mr. Scanlon a $25 gift card for the next time he's in town and have a free meal on Skippy here. But
I hope he
and
never
chooses
comes to town.
he chooses instead to insult a potential customer base and lets the rest of the listening world know that that's how things are handled at the PB&J's food truck.
First of all, he's a New Yorker. He loses points already.
Mr. Rodriguez, Steve, down here in Jackson, weather can be an issue.
Well,
Love the days. It's 90 and 100% humidity. Which Jackson are we talking about?
exactly, because if I accidentally pulled up his, that's kind of funny.
Mississippi. I mean, we could even go Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I'm sure there's a Jackson, Ohio, or Hawaii.
I don't know if there's a Jackson, Hawaii. I would almost bear to guess there's not a Jackson, Hawaii.
All right, let's look at Jackson.
I'll put $1 on it.
Hawaii. I always have a problem spelling Hawaii.
There's 2 I's. 3 I's, I think. I don't know. It's a bunch of I's and A's.
Jackson, Hawaii. Well, that's interesting.
Is there really?
No.
Okay, good.
At least not that I can find. There's a Jackson limo company in Hawaii. There's also an animal called the Jackson chameleon in Hawaii.
Well, good for him.
So I guess technically there is Jacksons in Hawaii. Steve is in Mississippi.
I pulled up Mississippi on accident. That's great.
Pam says good morning.
Oh, hello, Pam.
All it took for her to start listening again was her working a couple days.
Oh, yes, you brought her out of retirement, didn't you?
Pam says if that's how Skippy deals with customers, I'm no longer offering to work on his truck. I'll keep my loyalties with me.
That's
Thank you,
horse
Pam.
shit. It's just absolutely horse manure.
Thank you, Pam.
Shoot,
We do things right over here at Sweet Rex and Smoking Butts.
Whatever. Such a fucking pain in the ass.
Boy, this day is taking a turn for Skippy.
It was such a great day. And
He was so full of hope and joy to start the day.
y'all can go somewhere.
All right, Skippy, how was your week, buddy? Big
My
sales week.
Big-ish sales week. Yeah, I had my first PT appointment that went swimmingly. Hurting. Definitely hurt. It's good, though. So what did we have? We did that one. That was the Sunday. So we pulled a double on Tuesday. We had our little food truck rally downtown. How do you get invited to a food truck rally and just don't show up is just beyond me. I don't understand that.
Me either.
I don't get it. I don't care if you think it's going to be good or not. You're invited and you agreed.
Man,
Show the frick up. The evening event, I was supposed to be there, or we were supposed to serve by 4:30, and I was running late, of course. So I pulled near the parking lot at 4:19, and I had to look at the email again to make sure that I had the right date because there was nobody there. There was 0 people. So I called her, and she's like, "Yeah, we're 20 minutes away." I'm like, okay. So that was Tuesday was a good night because we had an invoice paid. We did our roadside on.
You had an invoice paid? You didn't do an event, you just had it paid?
No, we had 2
so
events.
That's why you
the 2 events did not
pay?
We'll get to that in a second. Did not go well. I mean, it went fair, but not as well as we had hoped.
Okay.
So yeah, and then we got a roadside on Wednesday. You would think that the car show across the street, I would attract some guests.
Car show people don't eat.
They do not eat whatsoever at all, at all. Then we did just a little roadside event that wanted to charge me, not roadside. I mean, technically it's roadside, but it's at a retirement home community, if you will. And they wanted to charge me $75 for and I only did $380 in sales. I said, yeah, I can't do that. And she's like, I understand. And then comes to Friday. So we were invited to pay $50 to the Chamber of Commerce and do a beer festival in right near where I used to work. And the beer festival is from 5 to 8. Many local breweries and even some non-local. 4 food trucks. There was an Asian truck called Fortune Cooking. There was us. There was a wood-fired pizza tent and a burger truck. And so we're there and we get all set up. And I hate when one person, you ever had one person park you and then another person say that person doesn't know what they're doing and then repark you? Yeah, well, that happened. So I had to move a little bit. Literally, people did not start showing up until like 6:30. I think we had 2 sales from like 5 to 6:30. People started showing up. We did about $750 in sales. Could have gone longer. And this is the problem I have is we had a barbecue competition this weekend. I'll talk about that in a second. And it was a 2-hour drive from where I was to where I needed to be. Now, I paid $300 to get into this barbecue competition, so I definitely wasn't going to blow it off. But could I have? I weighed out whether I could, if I would have stayed for like an extra hour, because the music was done, but the vendors were still staying open. Could I have made my $300 back for that competition if I would have stayed an extra hour? And I weighed the pros and cons, and I got out of there. So whether that was a good judgment or bad, I don't know. So we took off a little after 8, drove from Milford to Coldwater, Michigan. Got there at a little after 10 on fumes. I had like 35 miles to empty. Trimmed, injected my lovely wife, booked a hotel for us, and booked it in Indiana. So we had to drive 20 minutes across the or 20 minutes to the border and stay in Indiana for the night, which is okay, whatever. It was the ones in Coldwater were like $100 a night more expensive. But as I'm following her, I said, "Hey," I called her. I said, "Where's this hotel at?" It's 9 miles away. I'm like, well, I got 25 miles to empty. And she's like, seriously? I'm like, yeah, I didn't want to stop. Anyway, so get there the next, or have a good night's sleep for 4 hours, wake up and go back to the competition site, get ready, get everything all put together. It was pretty smooth most of the day. It was next to the only person in barbecue history to win the American Royal Open and Invitational in the same weekend. That's quite intimidating. But luck is an amazing thing. Speaking of luck, we ended up with.
You're not gonna tell everybody who that was.
Oh, sorry. Apologies. His name is Grant, and he's with QU. He's actually the executive chef for Uline Company.
I thought they made like maintenance supplies, like mops and stuff.
They do, but
I get Uline catalogs all the time.
Yeah, I got talking to them, and they're opening up extra kitchens. They're doing. I don't know if it's like testing out products, if they're making stuff for their employees. I really didn't get into the business aspect of what he does.
Maybe it's a different Uline.
Maybe. But
yeah, I get Uline catalogs probably 3 times a year. and it's all the wet floor signs, all the weird supply stuff that no one thinks about. Anyways, I'm sorry. Get back to
No, it's fine.
you were getting to your results.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for. It was 18 teams, so not huge. We ended up second place overall and reserve grand champion. I was floored, to be exact. Okay, all right, just calm down. Calm down. I appreciate this. This is great. This is awesome. I definitely. Okay. We're good.
Pam says, "Nice job."
Thanks, Pam. Yeah. A couple of things from this. So I actually had a customer drive from Jackson to Coldwater, expecting to be able to buy food from me.
Oh.
So I gave her a piece of Wagyu brisket, and she said that's the best meat she ever put in her mouth. And then all the leftover chicken and ribs I had, just because she showed up. So anybody listening showed up, I'm like, I would have thrown it away anyway. She's like, you would have thrown this away? I'm like, yeah, I don't eat it. She's like, you don't eat this? I'm like, no, I eat it all the time. I don't need to eat it again.
Cool.
Yeah, so it was yeah, that was good. That was good. I was very surprised and happy about that. So
excellent.
We don't have any competitions until the World Food Championships in the beginning of November.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
During a previous engagement.
No, it's not during a previous engagement.
No.
No.
Are you gonna
still being there
on Tuesday and Wednesday?
I didn't say both days. I said one day. I am praying that I get to finals, but if I don't, I'll be there for both days.
Yeah, whatever. I hope to see the rest of you at the food truck owners expo. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time. Chris is coming down. Jason Bernie, I had another comment. He sent this a little while ago. I didn't want to.
Oh, absolutely, please.
Didn't want to interrupt your week.
That's all good.
What'd you do yesterday, by the way?
Oh, we had a catering yesterday, so we for a celebration of love.
Oh, so yours was better than mine than yesterday, I'm guessing.
According to what you sent me, yes.
That was the end of the day. Yeah.
Yes, that was. Yeah, because I was done by noon, watching the Lions lose.
Yeah.
And hey, they were 13-4 last year. Can't win them all.
They lost their second game last year at home too, after a big win on the week one. It's okay, everybody. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. It's okay.
There was some big mistakes though. That just.
And you know who took ownership of them? The coach, who should have taken ownership of them.
Which he should. Absolutely.
There was some awful play calling at the end of the game, and the whole debacle at the end of the first half.
Oh boy.
I don't understand how we need a touchdown to win, and we're at 3rd and 8, and we're throwing 4-yard passes.
Yeah, I have no idea.
4th and 8, and we throw a 5-yard pass.
Yeah, like it made no.
So it'll get better. There's a lot of rust on these guys still. They have not played together at game speed in a long time. Everything will be okay. Hurting. Defense looks way better than it did last year. Well, everything will be okay.
Hold on.
Everything will be okay.
They should have just put Hutchinson in to catch. Did everything else.
Everything will be okay.
Terry and Arnold, though, I'm worried about him.
He will be okay.
I'm worried.
He'll be fine.
He does stupid ass penalties.
He'll be fine. He's a rookie. He's gonna do stupid rookie stuff. He's gonna panic when he gets beat. It's okay. He has to trust the other 10 people that are on the field. It'll be okay. Anyways.
Okay. What do we got?
Jason says I should just leave Skippy a Google review. I see he doesn't answer them or follow up. They've
all been perfect, so why do I need to worry about it? Except for the one which I responded to.
It's called customer engagement, Skippy. Every comment is an opportunity for conversation.
Well,
and furthering the brand.
Hold on. Last thing I did on Sunday.
You don't say thank you to all your good reviews?
I do in person. I received a phone call as I'm leaving for this catering at around 11:30. Good monster, by the way. Have you tried the
The
mango?
strawberry? No, I don't like mango. I don't like mango flavored stuff. This is a strawberry.
Oh,
The strawberry dreams. That's my new
ruby,
favorite.
Ruby red has no flavor in it whatsoever, by the way.
The green, the sour apple I like, but it's too acidy for me.
Sour apple.
Yeah, the green one.
Green one. Paradise?
I don't know what it's called. It's green. It tastes like sour apple.
I think that's
and then
tropical.
the orange juice one.
I don't like the orange juice.
I like it, but again, it's just too much. It gives me reflux.
Anyway, so yeah, it's white or mango or the pineapple one. The gold one, the pineapple one's good.
Psychos drink white, including my wife, but yeah.
That's why you banished her to the basement.
I thought you said banged. Good God.
I mean, I would hope you do that, but hey,
well, not in the basement.
Nowadays. So, as I'm leaving for the catering, I receive a phone call, and they're like, "Hey, we just drove our motorcycles in from Ann Arbor looking for you, and I think we just stopped at your house." I'm like, "Huh?" It's like, "Yeah, we just stopped at your house." I'm like, "We're a food truck. We're not out today." That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense why I didn't see anything set up here. It's a residential neighborhood. I'm like, well, we post our schedule every Monday. We're opening up a brick and mortar shortly, so keep in touch. Like, we will. We've heard really good things about your food. I'm like, from where? Oh, just around Ann Arbor. I'm like, okay, sure, thanks. But they drove. Yeah. Anyway, what else does Jason have to say? Because I know he's messaging you or commenting.
I mean, people love your food so much and have a great experience and take the time to leave you a Google review. And you ghost them.
I do not ghost them. Yeah, I just got it too. I'll look it up.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Let me get through my week and we can talk about that on the air. See if anybody else has any ideas. It's weird though. I'm sure you can bleed your pump somehow.
So yeah, so we had very good, we had a good week. About a little less than 10. I need to be at 10, but a little less. We're okay.
It's a solid week.
We're okay.
Yeah, that's a solid week, buddy. That's not bad.
I'm down, still down 4% for the year so far. So we need to get back up.
Oh, what? Sunday's prayer. That's not
praying?
7 days. I'm so confused.
What are you praying?
Oh, that's not for the whole week. No, I'm not praying.
Oh, I thought I just heard you say Sunday prayer.
No, I did not say prayer. Anyways, our week. We had some things. We did some things. We made some food for people. Sorry, I'm trying to get my proper windows back opened. Okay. Well, actually, let me put that over there. Sorry. Sometimes when I get extra windows opened, TikTok pulls up a different tab. So I had my email on there for a little while earlier in the show. So, anyways, now everybody knows my Ashley Madison login. Just kidding. I don't have an Ashley Madison. It's my OnlyFans. Yeah. If you like barbecue feet pictures, that's the place to be. Hey man, nothing like having your toes drizzled with barbecue sauce. Anyways, so last week, Tuesday it was weird. Our roadside is weird right now. I think we're still a little bit slower than we should be. But anywho, we had our normal Great Lakes insurance location in Dutton. Decent turnout. Cooks Crossing neighborhood, meh turnout. They're late. I think that one we need to just adjust the time. They normally show up towards the end of service versus our opening side of service. So we usually are only there until 6:30. We usually get our busiest time is from like 5:45 to 6:20. So that one we might just adjust a little bit later for next year if we continue to go back. That one might have been bad timing. I know they were doing community yard sales starting the next day with food trucks for that period. So people are maybe just busy getting ready for the yard sales and stuff. So another Corwell location on Wednesday for lunch. Chris said it was bizarre. Like 95% of our customers came from outside and not from Corwell. And he said it was super late before we saw any of them, which we've had this happen at that location before where they've been super busy. So it is an emergency room and a surgery center. So if there's super busy days, people just don't have time to come out, and it happens. So it was still a decent lunch there. And then Thursday started our weekend of chaos. We had an Aetna counter day on Thursday in Lansing. It was listed as Grand Ledge Lansing. So if you pull up Aetna in Lansing, it pulls up a Grand Ledge location. That's the only one in the area. So Chris pulls in. He gives me a call. He says, no one's here. He says, there's no tent. There's no tables. I said, okay, well, go inside and see if we can figure what's going on. And so they have a different location, kind of, downtown Lansing, which is crazy. Chris's favorite thing to do is to drive the trailer, especially on city streets in a metro area. So yeah, our contact there says they've been trying to get it changed on Google for like 2 years and just can't seem to get it to happen. So it was all good. They got there in time. They were set up 10 minutes before service was supposed to start. So all was good. But from that, we went to a different Aetna event on Friday morning for their big clay shooting customer appreciation or vendor or something. Yeah, some sort of appreciation event for those people. And that was from 11:30 to 12:30ish. We got everybody through. And then we had 2 weddings that night, both at 6 o'clock service-ish time. Both went fantastic. One buffet, one off the truck. Both went fine. Our one off the truck, 150 people. She wanted to make sure that both of the 2 trucks had food for 100 each. So that way, if people wanted something from both, whatever, the minimum is the same, and they weren't going to come close to it, and they didn't. So whatever, you're buying the food. I don't care. She said, yep, it's super relaxed. There's no set time for everybody to get food. Like they can come and go as they please, blah, blah, blah. This is what we were told. This is the only way I ever agree to do off the truck service for that many people. I tell people, if you want everybody through the line to get onto your other stuff in a half an hour, this is not the way to do it. Even with 2 trucks, it's not going to happen. That was not the case. So they had a 2-hour section for dinner. So the 150 people get fed in 2 hours. Releasing by tables.
That's the way to do it.
Well, except for then you have people waiting an hour and 45 minutes before they're released to get food. So, but that's the way you have to do it. But it sucks for the people at the end. These people were hungry. Towards the end, we got very impatient people, very hungry people, very annoyed people when we were out of certain things. A good thing and bad thing, they had menus out on all the tables for both trucks. So people had an idea what they wanted to help speed things up a little bit. However, she had our full roadside menu as the menu that they were looking at.
Oh, boy.
So for 2 hours, we had people asking for ribs and being mad that we didn't have them.
You did not send her a menu ahead of time?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure it wasn't that one. Or she didn't ask for one. I don't know. I haven't gone back through and looked at all the emails, but I know I would not have sent her that one.
Mm-mm.
So, at least not intentionally. So, I mean, it is what it is. It worked out.
It's a whoops.
Yeah. Everybody was still happy. She sent me an email the next day. Yeah, everybody's happy. So yeah, and then we get to Saturday and another 2 weddings, both at the same time again. So same deal, one off the truck, one buffet. It was a long weekend. Those 3 days were about $16,000 in sales total. And then Sunday was Trail Point. We're usually set up there from noon until 7. I told Chris that I fully expected it not to be busy at all while the Lions were playing. And I was true. I think from noon to 4, we saw 10 people. And then after that, it got a little bit busier, but I sent it to you. I think we did like $650 or something like that for the day for 7 hours.
Fantastic.
So for all those people that say that we make it look easy and it's all sunshine and rainbows and we're just making money and all the sales days are great, trust me, they're not all great.
No, they're definitely not all great.
There's some days that you're happy to break even by the end of the day, and that was yesterday for us. I mean, it ended up being what we expected.
I won you more than you made. And that was for a $3,000 prize pool.
You won nothing on Sunday.
I did too. I had a catering.
Oh, well. You were talking about the competition.
Oh.
I made more money than you on Saturday.
Did they pay you Saturday?
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, Saturday paid me on Monday, but one of the Fridays paid me on Saturday.
Oh.
Carry the 3.
Yeah, it all works out somehow.
Yeah. It was all in the correct week, so I'm happy.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah, so we ended up doing 19,000 for the week.
That's a good week.
So pretty much right on par for Skippy.
That's a good week.
It's not a bad week. This week we have more of the same. Like I said, we have another event tomorrow. 275 people.
Of course.
You know, you can be.
I'm happy for you more than anybody that you more. Yeah, I'm very.
I can tell by the tone every time you say, "Of course."
I'm so happy for you. You have no idea
your sales wouldn't be so good if you didn't have those Etna events.
I'm just jealous.
Your sales wouldn't be so good if you didn't have all those weddings.
I'm just jealous. I'm being honest. I'm just jealous.
I know you are.
It's fine. I'll be okay with that.
We had 8 Coke events for next year booked too.
That's fantastic.
I'm just kidding. I haven't heard from him since. No, but for this week we have 2 more Etna events tomorrow and Thursday. Thursday's in Jackson. I'll have the guys wave to you as they drive by. Are you set up anywhere locally on Thursday?
On Thursday?
Yeah, I'll send the boys by to get some lunch or something.
Thursday? I'm in Brooklyn.
It's probably not on my way.
No, it's south.
Oh. All right.
Sorry.
Never mind then. Nope. I'm sure the last thing the boys would want to do is swing by your trailer and get some food.
Probably.
Is
that your off day?
Yeah, I will not be on the truck that day. Not really an off day, but yeah. That'll be we probably need to restock the fridge that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. These weeks where we have these multiple Etnas are hard because of fridge space. Because we do cook up some mac and cheese ahead generally. Just because it's such large quantities of it for a lot of them. That it's almost impossible for us to get everything done if we have to cook it same day. So we just reheat mac and cheese. But yeah, it takes up a lot of space. Pans take up space in fridges.
That they do.
So, and then you throw in all your cases of pork and stuff that you need to hold. So, yeah, it gets tight. So, but yeah, Wednesday is just a regular roadside day for us. We're expecting it to be a little bit slower, and everybody is once again kind of okay with that. Yeah, I mean, be nice to hit at least 1,200 a day on these roadside days. Friday should be a good day for us. We have our winery that we really like out in Holland. They informed us about a month ago that they have a rehearsal wedding party coming to do a post rehearsal cocktails and stuff. To let us know that there would be 80 extra people probably ready to eat that evening. So that's awesome. Yeah, and then Saturday we're backing out of the Kentwood Food Truck Festival and headed to Newaygo instead. Yeah, it's beautiful. Stop puffing your boobs out.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah, we I have let my fire inspection lapse.
Oh.
So we went past our year. I could probably get it done this year, but I also have not gotten our fire extinguishers this week ahead of the festival on Saturday. But I also have to get my fire extinguishers tagged too before I have the inspection done. And those two things combined would make it a very difficult task to do with our Etna events that we have to prepare for. Just not enough time. So,
are you using propane for anything anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, your water heater.
That's right. Yep. Okay. That's it though. Yeah, our fire inspections are pretty easy.
Yeah.
It takes about 3 minutes. Make sure that we have our carbon monoxide and propane leak. They test that, and then that's pretty much it. They check the tags on the fire extinguishers. But we have not gotten ours re-tagged this year yet. So I'm going to wait. I'm just going to do it and wait until like November. That way we can go November to November. And I don't have to worry about it mid-season, getting everything taken care of. So because it gets really hard to do it when we're rolling.
Yeah, we have a pretty busy week this week too. Actually, I do have Friday off, which is weird, but I have PT like right in the middle of the day.
All right.
Next Friday I have off too.
Damn, dude.
Well,
you're booking.
Just because I got PT in the middle of the day. Gotta get this knee better. No, we've got catering on Tuesday, catering on Wednesday, catering on Saturday. Yeah, we still have a lot of catering to go.
Well, good. I'm glad that you are hopping with catering at least.
So I've done looking at the numbers, I've done the math. Catering is just about half my business this year.
Nice.
Which is a crazy thing for me to say for somebody who hates catering.
Okay, so we did 2 services off the truck this last weekend. So one of them was normal for us, where it's almost our full menu, whatever, making sandwiches stuff. The second one was 3 proteins, 2 sides, handing out plates out the window. For the life of me, can't understand why you prefer that over a buffet.
Because I can portion food. That's the only reason. Man. I feel like for a buffet you have to cook more than you normally would.
Okay. But so, I'm also charging, I know our buffet price is more per pound than it is off the truck. Significantly.
True. Yeah.
And that's to absorb some of those costs, though.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
so cooking an extra pork butt is no big deal.
True.
It's worth the extra $50 in food I'm going to cook is worth the less stress.
Oh, I completely understand.
And being able to, so for me, being able to talk to people as they go through a buffet and interact, having those interactions is way more beneficial than us being so busy trying to get plates out the window.
Yeah. I mean, we have a bigger window than you. I don't know. I don't know.
We don't have a hard time getting them physically through the window, Skippy. It's just the speed in which we have.
See, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that you don't, because yours are up and down, and they are. I'm not saying small, but like we can open our middle, which is bigger.
It's 12 inches. Are you handing out plates that are bigger than 12 inches?
No, but we have more face-to-face time with these people. It doesn't matter. It's all the same.
Okay.
I now can say that I enjoy either route,
Yeah.
as long as I don't forget anything, which happens every once in a while.
Yeah. Excuse me.
It happens. I do have to today. After this, I have to go and upgrade my storage unit from a 5x10 to a 10x10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
You getting a pallet of sauce?
It's possible. It's possible.
I just ordered my second pallet of the year.
Did you?
Yeah, we do not have enough to get through the year.
Wow.
So yeah, he gave me a 4 to 5 week lead time. I think we ordered maybe a week and a half ago. So we're even going to be tight with what we have left on the shelf. So yeah, we've definitely gone through more sauce this year. But
are you putting it out?
No.
Okay.
Well, we're doing it the same way. It's more catering.
Yeah.
So we'll leave whatever's left of a gallon type of thing with leftovers. If they have leftovers, like we're leaving sauce. But yeah, some of these, I mean, yeah, a lot more catering this year. So, which is still only a third ish of our sales.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, it's been interesting. It's been fun.
How much did you say you needed to get to your last year? 50 what?
56.
56. All right. We are at about 30. 32.
Mm-hmm.
So we are right now on pace to flirt with our busiest month ever in September. So yeah, hopefully the roadside picks up a little bit for us. I wouldn't mind the temperatures cooling off just a touch. But yeah, I think location wise, I think we're okay. We got, like you, I mean, we have a couple weird days. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about our roadside days. Looking at them real close here, they could go either way. So just kind of hoping for decent ones, and then all our Etna stuff, and then we got pulling out of the festival this week. I don't think it's going to hurt us too much. Historically, that's not been a huge day.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing like 2,500 over 10 hours. So
yeah, we are.
It's a long day, and it doesn't ever feel like it's worth it, because you're always prepping more because you think there should be more people there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we finally learned our lesson.
We have, so month over month thus far. So we're halfway through September. I am up 42% month over month. So that makes me feel good.
You're beating us then, percentage wise. We're only up 40%.
But year over year, I'm down 4.04.
Is that number getting smaller though? I'm assuming so.
It's honestly staying about the same at the moment.
It's hard this late in the year to really get movement on that number. You need significant events either way to really slide that number.
Well, I still have a bunch of outstanding invoices that will need to be collected.
Oh.
That are not like as far as events that are coming up this year.
Okay. Not that haven't paid, just
correct. I
haven't gotten there.
I do not have any outstanding that are not paid. Yeah, we still have. Yeah, we've got 7,000 in outstanding invoices just for this month, so that's good. Yeah. Anyway, So,
I'm sorry. Yeah, I got distracted.
squirrel.
Yeah, we're up 11.7% year over year.
It's good.
Yeah, that
So,
is
does
solid.
that, and would you, I think I asked this last time, but I can't remember what you said. Does that have to do with the amount of catering that you've taken in compared to last year?
I mean, it helps. Yeah.
So if you were if you stayed the same as far as same roadside catering from last year, stuff like that, do you still think you'd be up in sales?
So if we didn't add on extra catering,
So if you didn't,
if we
you
didn't
hadn't,
grow, we wouldn't be up in sales. No, correct. I don't know how to answer the question.
yeah, because there's really no way to tell.
If we did the same amount in,
No,
so
what I'm saying is
if we did the
what I'm
same
saying
amount in
is if
catering as we did last year,
I'm
are you
saying,
asking if are we up in roadside versus last year?
yeah,
Is that what
yeah,
you're
we can
trying to
go
get
with
at?
that. Well, no, we can go there. We can go that just
Um,
because.
I'll tell you this. This is the best way I can answer that question. Up until probably a couple weeks ago, we were pretty even to up in transactions from year to year.
Transaction. Okay, so that's a good way to tell.
So I would assume yes, and that was even with all the extra catering we've done.
Yeah. Okay,
So
that makes sense.
right now we're down a little bit in transactions, at like 1%, even with all the catering. So I'm going to say yes, we would be. I think our roadside overall is up over last year.
Makes sense.
Part of that's a little bit smarter with locations. We're getting some of these non-catered events down a little bit better, where they're kind of community events. So we're getting more of that kind of stuff booked well. So that helps.
Yeah.
As far as like our location in Dutton and some of our subdivisions, and I mean, some of that's hit and miss as it always is. We've definitely tried some new locations this year that have been not great. We've had some declines in some of our neighborhoods. So, I mean, everything's a little ebb and flow, but I think overall, yes, we are. Our roadside is also gaining traction.
Well, let's talk about this. Payment methods.
Yep.
How how are you? I know card has to be leading. I'm
Oh,
72% credit card.
hold on. Let me get up to my dashboard.
I just found this. It was kind of neat.
Go. Why is my shit running so slow? Let's see here. Well, I'm showing a 0. Oh, that's for Monday. I was like, everything says 0.
If
Let me
you
get
go
to
to
this year.
if you go to your reports tab and then click on payment methods.
Oh, it has it right on their main dashboard.
Oh well. This one actually
Card
will tell you a whole bunch of different things.
card is 30 or 63%. Cash is 35. Well,
Ooh,
37. Sorry.
look at you bringing in the cash.
Well, it's all my Aetna stuff. Those are all bank transfers.
Oh.
So, $127,000 in cash.
I have $299 in Cash App.
So you're accepting that through Square?
Yeah.
How's that work for you?
It worked.
Okay, it worked. So I think at the beginning or during the off season, I had set up a business Venmo, partially at least.
Yeah.
In the thoughts, because I know you can do it on the register, that people can pay via Venmo. We'll probably make sure it's on there for next year.
They can?
I think so. I think it was one of the options.
No.
No?
Afterpay, Cash App, ACH. Yeah, because like when you send an invoice, that payment should be listed.
I'm not talking about invoices. I'm thought at the register you could, just for regular stuff. Hold on. Maybe not. Maybe I saw that somewhere else. I'm not even sure where to find it.
It would be under settings, and I think account and settings.
Maybe.
But
Yeah.
anyway.
Somebody asked me if they could pay via Venmo for one of their events. And that was the Hess Lake thing, and him and Hans. So I just finally gave him my personal one, and did all the transfers myself. But preferences, business.
Yeah, maybe I don't. Maybe that's not it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see it there. Bank accounts, price and subscriptions, transfers. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Anyways, yeah.
I just know any type of things that you're able to accept, payments that you're able to accept would also be able to accept it through your invoices tab.
Okay.
I know that's not one of them. Yeah, I know catering's up for me because I'm down like almost 10% for transactions. See, it's weird. My home tab says I'm only down 1%, like a little over 1%, like 1.38. But then I go to reports and it tells me I'm down 4%.
Is that between your dashboard and your report?
Yeah.
Your sales trend? I don't know why that number is different. Mine is too. I always go off the lower, which is the sales trend. My sales trend number is always worse than the dashboard number.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's like a 0.5%. So yeah, this is it's a full percent.
Mine's like 3%.
Wow. So yeah, my gross, gross to gross, because I think the sales trend is going gross number.
Mm-hmm.
So dashboard gross is 12.48% up, and I think it was 11.7. That's what I said. 11.74. It's like a full percent. Yeah, I don't get it, and it's both gross numbers. My only thought is, excuse me, is that on the dashboard when it does year to year, that it's a true year to year. So it's September 16th this year and September 16th last year. If you look at the sales trend on the date ranges it has January 1st to September 17th of 23. And I think it does that to accommodate the leap year this year. So we have an extra day this year, so they're adding an extra day onto last year. And maybe the dashboard report doesn't do that. Maybe the dashboard report is a true year to year.
Makes sense.
That's the only thing I could think of. Well, I guess can you do a custom? Aha, hold on. I got this. We'll find out. I got this. So, oops. To 25. That's not even close. What the fuck? What the fark? So let's go 1, and what? Please select 1. Oh, shoot. Wrong year. 23.
There you go, picking wrong years again.
Or less. I'm so confused.
Please don't hurt yourself.
May, June, September 16th. I'm so confused. This year versus I did that. Why? Occasionally I hate Square.
Well, yeah, I mean, it happens. Oh, shit.
In September. That's not gonna work though. That's only gonna start there. Yeah. Fuck you, Square. All right. Well, that's my guess.
Makes
If anybody sees the same thing, I would assume that that's the case. So glad we could muddle the waters even a little bit more for everybody. You're welcome. It's what we do here. Muddle waters. Ooh, we have some comments. I'm sorry, everybody. I had that window minimized.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
Let's see here. Jason, Bernie, whomever. Catering estimates are tough at first, but once you get routine, it comes natural. Plan for a small overage, and you'll be fine. And I think we've really dialed ours in, especially on the wedding side. I think Chris at his one on Saturday said the only leftovers that was Friday. I think he said he had like a pound and a half of pork, pound and a half of chicken, and like a half pan of mac and like it was so minimal. For me though, that makes me uncomfortable. That's too close. I would rather leave them with like 4 pounds of protein than me to have to sweat at all while service is going on. But for me, I mean, that's all built in, it's part of the cost and it all works. JT, they are paying more per person. The buffet moves people through the line quicker. Weddings are usually on a time schedule. Yep.
True.
And then back to Jason. If you have any questions, reach out. Small charge for my time for you, Skippy.
Hi, Jason.
He just did a 170 person wedding on Saturday night and a 240 person barbecue brunch on Sunday morning. All self-serve buffet, no issues at all. Some leftovers, but they love the leftovers.
Everybody loves leftovers.
Pam says with some cooler temperatures, she'll be happy to come back on the truck. Yeah, we're the same way. We 98% of our catering is buffet, and it's all self-serve. I don't know that we've ever served off a buffet line.
You did a plated service one time.
Kind of. It was family style. And I didn't do it. I was at the emergency room while they were doing service because I dropped a very heavy a heavy duty pallet on my foot that morning and could barely freaking walk. Family style was interesting. We learned a lot from that service that you cannot have too many people. So we were scrambling to get extra people. So Pam had her husband, Chris, and then I had a couple people down from Cass that I was able to pull that we paid some cash to show up and help. And it still probably wasn't enough. Yeah, that was family style was a trickier guess on like how much do you put on a table, how much brisket do you put on a table type of thing.
I wonder if you put less and then ask them or let them know that they can ask for more.
Yeah, maybe. But even then we didn't run out of food. And Jason is a team protein first, then sides in a buffet, always. We are too normally. However, we had the weirdest yield on brisket that I've seen in a long time. So I cooked 100 pounds of brisket for our Saturday weddings. It was probably just 103 pounds or whatever of raw brisket. That was the case poundage. Okay.
You got 103 pounds in one
case? It wasn't in one case, but yes.
Like shit.
The weighed packaged price or weighed package weight,
gotcha.
Whatever. We're about 103 pounds. So we needed about 50 cooked. Mm-hmm. So I figured, perfect, we're good. Right. Mm-hmm. Final yield was about 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Which is awesome when you have to go separate that between the two weddings and they're both short. So we went just a little light on both of them, and they both had multiple proteins. So I felt pretty comfortable with it. But for Chris, he flipped the table. So we did sides first. we knew we had extra mac and cheese and mashed potatoes, so those two items went first on the table. And then it was proteins last, pork, and then brisket all the way at the end. So, luckily for
How
us,
do you portion out mashed potatoes? Just a scoop, just like.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a half pan serves 20 to 22.
Do you put gravy out too?
No.
Just straight mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Delicious, delicious mashed potatoes. People love them.
Out of a bag or boil them?
Do you think I got time to boil potatoes enough for 275 people?
Out of a bag it is.
The Gordon project is really good for what it is. It's real potatoes. It's not instant. It's a really good product. And then we add a ton of shit to them, and they're really good.
A lot of butter.
Yep, a lot of butter. The judge for the win.
Oh yeah.
And people. We used to do sour cream in them. We held that out this year, and we actually had some comments from people that have had them both years, and they said they're way better this year. So without the sour cream.
Well, sour cream is just for losers.
Sour cream is delicious.
Sour cream is not delicious. Whoever says sour cream is delicious it's sour cream. Therefore, there's something wrong with it. So, anyway,
you're a sour puss.
Oh, simmer down, Turbo.
So that's usually how we do it. As nice as all the Aetna events are, it is super hard on me. I'm looking forward to us being able to increase our capacity smoker wise. Because right now, the hardest part is their menu and us being able to cook the amounts efficiently without me having to be up all night. It's chicken pieces, so legs and thighs. And they wanted to make sure that they want chicken pieces for 275 people. They want pork for 275 people. They don't want us to go 75 of each and, plan on people not taking both, not every person taking both, which is fine. And that's what they get charged for. But to cook that amount of pork and 200, how long it takes to cook 275 pieces of chicken? A lot. I will start cooking chicken tonight at 1:00 in the morning. And it's just a rotation on and off. And we'll pull out of here at 8:00 in the morning to go to, or 9:00 in the morning to go to our event.
So are you cooking?
And I'll be on zero sleep.
140 pounds of raw pork?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Because we figured about the same yield on pork. If I wanted to go super tight and not worry, I figure 60% yield on pork, 50% on pork is usually what I figure. An 8-pound butt will usually average about 5 pounds of cooked, depending on fat content. We've had some weird butts this last couple weeks. A lot of good butts. We've had some really, really fatty ones. Which is fine. I mean, it's all good flavor, but it kind of throws off your yield a little bit when you start pulling them and you get this big giant packet of fat in the middle. And what was a 9-pound butt turns into a 4-pound of cooked pulled pork. So I mean, that's why we cook extra usually, or have extra ready, But the Aetna events are just hard on me, sleep wise. So I have not been going on site to most of them. Caleb and Chris will head out, and I will try to get some sleep while they're gone. But it's nice. It's okay having one a day in between because I get a little bit of time to recoup and restock and everything. But next week, our last 2 Aetna events are back-to-back days.
So are you pricing, when they said chicken for $275, does that mean you're doing 550 pieces of chicken? Like 2 for each person?
No.
Oh, Just one for each person.
Yeah. Yep. So it'll be 3 cases. We'll do 3 cases of chicken. Which, Gordon, can you fucking make a decision on how you're bagging these chicken quarters going forward, please? Because they're not always in the 4 or 10-pound bags anymore.
No.
I've noticed some 5 or some 8 bag cases that are 5 pounds each, or some variation of 5 pounds.
Are you grabbing the pterodactyl legs, or are you grabbing the small ones?
Yeah, we don't do the jumbos, especially for catering.
Yeah. Because you'll only find in a 40-pound case that there's 24
exactly
pieces. So
I don't got space for pterodactyl quarters. Yeah, so once we figure out what kind of new smoker we're going to get and how we're going to manage that and where we're going to put it and cook on it, then we'll go from there. Definitely needs to be outside of my garage and under covered weatherproof. So I don't know, maybe I'll get like a little storage shed to put it in and get a smokestack on that and have a little smokehouse.
That's what I was originally thinking.
Might be the best option. Get it big enough that I can hold my fridge and a couple tables and the smoker.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe someday I can park back in a garage. But
no,
garages aren't big enough for a full-size pickup truck alone, let alone that and an SUV parked next to each other. Even without my fridge in it, it's hard to get both vehicles into where you can open doors. So can we make the standard double garage door now another foot wider? Would be super nice. All you house builders out there. So we've had some more bombshells dropped in the restaurant world on this side of the state.
We've had a couple over here, but nothing huge.
It is, man. It is 3 a week at least. Announcements of restaurants. This week it was franchises closing. So we had 3 or 4 Taco John's opened up about a year and a half ago. They are all closed. The one near me says closed for rebranding. So I know that franchise owner owns a couple different restaurant brands, or is a franchisee of a couple different restaurant brands. So I don't know if he's just going to transition those to those. But so Taco John's is out, and then a local franchisee of Dickey's Barbecue is filing for bankruptcy, including the one that is a 7-minute drive from my house. So location is not the best, but I'm figuring at least I might be able to get some equipment. Potentially. We'll definitely look to if they end up closing, depending on how the bankruptcy goes, I'm guessing. Bless you. We'll take a look at what they're selling the whole thing for. It's like a little 2 or 3 store strip section. Apparently that used to have where Dickey's is, it used to be a 7-Eleven originally. And apparently ever since the 7-Eleven closed, it's just been a kind of a rotation of businesses through there.
There's one coming. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
I sneeze and there's a lot that come after that.
No one seems to be too disappointed about either announcement. I think people are really less than thrilled with Dickey's as a whole. So,
yeah, I
would say in Michigan that's a good thing, because that means that there's finally some decent barbecue hitting the market. That hopefully. what used to pass as barbecue has now become low end barbecue type of thing. You know, I mean, 15 years ago, if a Dickey's barbecue, that was your option. I mean, that or Famous Dave's. Like, that was the first barbecue restaurant I ever went to, was a Famous Dave's. You know?
Yeah. Me too, I think.
Yeah, that's what we had in Michigan.
So, Eater Detroit, which is a food magazine / online presence, has done since July or since the beginning of the year up until end of July, what restaurants have closed in the Detroit metro area, and there were like we had BD's Mongolian Grill. Remember that place?
Yep, I love
Ever been there?
BD's. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
love BD's. We
I
lost
love
ours
to
in
see
Grand
the
Rapids a long
people
time
that
ago.
I love to see the people that know how to stack that bowl. Like they're professionals at stacking the bowl. Some small places, like small houses, small or mama and papa shops. Exit. Chicken Guy, I guess, is closing like all their locations.
Yeah.
That's Guy Fieri's old chicken
Yep.
restaurant. But yeah, there's a lot, and it's sad. I was just trying to see if there's any ones that I recognize, but I think there was 10 that have shut down since beginning of the year, just in Detroit area, and that's Detroit coming up. But
Yeah.
the rents are just unbelievably expensive in Detroit now.
Yeah. That's the
Buca
that's a
de
problem
Beppo.
with thriving communities right now, is that it makes it pretty hard for people to get in and maintain.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so there's a lot of there's the burger chain BurgerFi is just declared Chapter 11, which is okay. They were okay, not bad, not good. I do love the Dan Campbell's Applebee's commercials. When he makes them order without showing their mouth.
They'll never see it coming. Unfortunately, the Bucks saw everything coming.
I'll give it to Baker Mayfield. He actually did pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm. He has found the right fit for him.
He actually, yes, finally has. Speaking of going back to chain restaurants and stuff, Lefty's Famous Cheesesteaks has closed all locations across the country. Admits they're in a legal battle. And the one that we had, so in Detroit or in Dearborn, there's Miller's Bar, which is, excuse me, I have to cough. Which was notorious for being one of the best burgers in Michigan. And they started their burgers based off the honor system, pay what you thought. And then you could buy a burger for somebody else or whatever. Anyway, well, now they've come to franchising, and they actually just moved a Miller's Burger Bar into our fair town, and the reviews are horrible. Just bad. Just really, really bad.
That's good news.
Yeah, I don't feel sorry for him, but yeah, it's Miller's Burgers. It's crazy. It's just bad.
It's just bad.
Their Yelp reviews are 1.4.
Oof.
like that's bad.
That's not what you want to see.
Their Facebook is 2.3. Signature 7-ounce ground round patty is what they serve.
7 ounce.
Exactly.
What a weird number.
But they are definitely not. 1.4 with 10, and that's with 10 reviews. So, and if you could open up another thing, another concept, what would it be?
I don't know.
Never thought about it?
I'm sure I've thought about it, but I don't know right now what it would be.
What was the latest one you thought about?
Oh, we did it. We did paninis and soups
paninis and soups.
Yeah, I don't know. It changes from time to time, and I don't know. Definitely not burgers. Definitely not tacos.
not burgers, not tacos. All right.
Yeah.
I'd love to see
There's
a good
so many
Jewish
of them.
deli truck, like a Cat's deli truck almost.
Yeah.
Just a good sandwich. Like sometimes you just need a good big old meat, cheese, and bread. And for all you people who've never been to a Jewish deli, you're missing out because they just stack the meat, and it's relatively. I mean, for what you get, it's not overly expensive. I think we have a deli over here called Star Deli that is a Jewish deli, and you get the pastrami with Swiss and on
Hmm.
rye bread with a pickle on the side. I think it's like $12. And they're like $12 for a deli sandwich, yeah, but they put like a pound and a half of meat on there. That's what I'd love.
Oh,
But we don't have that.
no.
Our local burger truck, who opened up a brick and mortar, said he didn't want to be a burger truck anymore. Now is
A burger restaurant?
well, he's a burger restaurant. But now he's bringing back the burger truck because he says he needs capital. Like you realize that food trucks might be a little better.
Well, I mean, location, man. You got to have the right location for a restaurant.
Well, I found out he's right across the street from a plant or like a fabrication shop, and I guess he did them pretty dirty, and they spread the word not to go
Oh.
next door.
Yeah, that's great.
I guess he ordered some. Yeah. By the way, make today's tip: make relationships with everybody. Make sure they're not bad ones, because you never know when that relationship can help you. But I guess he ordered some. He asked for a price on some aluminum sheets, and then ordered them. And then when they came in, or when they were hand cut, he said it was too expensive and didn't want them anymore.
Mm.
Oh, well, whoops. So one of the reviews for this place: think of the worst burger joint experience you've ever had. This was worse than that. Tasty burger? Nope. Good prices? Nope.
Oh, we are on our 1 year anniversary of the biggest money suck that we've had to date. So, the Art of Food Festival,
Oh yes.
where we were
Yes.
planning on doing a $10,000 weekend,
Turned
and
into a
we
$1,000
did
weekend.
3. No, I'm
So-
sorry, 4 for 3 days.
So I was talking to one of our listeners, Mr. Lodato,
Hmm.
yesterday, and this week it was a
yeah.
4-day festival. He was at some family days, which is also like there's some carny food there and stuff like that. And he was expecting to do real good, and his all day was 11 to 11. He did like $2,000 from 11 to 11. I'm like, oh. He's like, I talked to him yesterday on Sunday. He's like, I was totally contemplating just coming here in the morning and just picking my stuff up and going home. He's like, we've done like $300 today. I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's rough. That's
Hey, Bernie, Jason, whatever you want to call yourself. What is your worst day ever? I'd love to hear. Anybody listening, I'd love to hear what your worst day ever was. I know Chad should chime in on his worst day ever was like last week or something.
Here's a flashback for you. I'm gonna share the screen.
Oh, please.
Screen. And that's not the what? Window. Let's go window. Sure.
Oh, yes, that comes up.
Mm-hmm.
That was, hold on.
2011, Giggly Pig. Back when Giggly Pig was really competing. That was a
Yep.
fun night. That was a.
I was not available. I was not in competition barbecue in 2011. I was in 2012.
These are hungover people in this picture right here, around that green table.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was. That was a night. if I remember right.
Where was it?
Silver Lake. Yeah. Yeah. That was before we started doing Thursdays show ups, and that was still Friday.
That's when everybody used to get drunk all the time. Now they got to show up on Thursday to get drunk and not worry about Friday.
Oh, that was a heavy apple pie. Yeah, good times. Good times.
Speaking of Mr. Lodato, he asked me what reserve grand champion meant.
Yeah.
I told him second place overall.
Second place overall. Not quite a win.
Not quite. You know who did?
Skippy was the first loser. Yep.
Was.
Mac Attack.
Mackin won.
On an anniversary, pretty close to an anniversary of his first win then. Ever.
So. Yeah.
See, his first was at Silver Lake. I remember being there. Yeah, as he was coming fresh off of back surgery or heading into back surgery. I don't remember which it was. But I gave him a big old bear hug. He's like, ow, ow, ow.
It hurts so good. It hurts so good. Most of Josh's partners say.
That's right.
So, yeah, I saw him at like 6 a.m. and I said, what do you got going on today? He's like, I only grew up like 20 minutes from here, and so I got family coming. He's like, it's going to be a shit show. So when I get done turning in brisket, I see him. He was right next to turn-ins, but there's a fence in between chain link fence in between turn-ins and his trailer. So you either have to hop it or you have to go around it. And I swear he came out of his trailer running, and I thought he was going to hop it. And he ended up giving it to somebody else who was already on the other side. But I didn't see it because of his truck. But he's like, yeah, you didn't see it, Skippy. I hopped it, ran, hopped it back. I lost to him by 2 points, bastard.
Well, I believe I didn't see a top 10 call for you in ribs?
Yeah, I can't cook comp ribs anymore. I can cook eating ribs. I can cook vending ribs all day long. Everybody loves our ribs, but I can't cook them for fucking 6 judges.
I don't like comp ribs. I think they're terrible.
I did everything I could possibly do to these damn things, but they came out salty as salty can be.
Well, yeah, so I was in Warsaw or whatever, and the last year I was there, and we did the rib thing Friday, and then the competition. And I tried other people's ribs, including the buses, and God, it's just, does no one want to taste pork anymore? Like, nope. You don't want to taste the meat at all. Okay, got it. We're no longer complimenting the thing we're cooking. We're just turning in sauce and glazes. It's funny.
I got second in brisket, and I thought it was bland as hell, so I had to add some salt to it. And I got a comment card that said it was a 989, and the 8 part was taste.
Yeah.
And it's like, could use a little more seasoning. This would have been perfect. I'm like, what the hell else do you want me to throw in there?
Yeah, Jesus.
Fucking tasted like beef. Like, that's what it's supposed to.
Yeah.
I remember the one Nuego where you had freaking Tim from Wisconsin win brisket. He's like, that was like teriyaki brisket.
No, it was Mark. Mark had the teriyaki brisket.
So
yeah,
Mark
it was
had
weird.
every other flavor. He had cotton candy pork.
Yep.
That lasted for a couple of years. That was fun. And then just to cap it off, Mackin had the vagina pork box.
Mm-hmm.
And for people who don't know, sometimes you get comment cards on your entries, and he actually got a comment card that said pork box looks like a vagina.
Yeah, and it kind of did a little bit. It's not the first thing I would have thought of, but someone points it out and you're like, well, that's all you can see now.
I could just picture somebody then seeing that box, seeing that comment card, and then putting like a row of money muscles with like 2 little ones on the bottom. Oh, what does that look like?
On the bright side, it was very moist pork.
It was very, very wet and moist.
Yes, which as it should be. All right, that was a nice, fun show. I'm glad everybody enjoyed the show.
I hope everybody enjoyed the show.
Sorry, Pam, for the vagina pork conversation. We just report the news. We don't make it. We just report it.
No paywall, no subscription.
Yeah, that's right.
Please do subscribe, though.
Yes. Well, that's it, everybody. That's it. We're done. I got to get to work. Skippy's got to, take a nap or something.
I got PT to do.
Oh, he's got PT to do. I feel bad for PT. Everybody have a great week. Those with trucks, sell. Those that are just here for us babbling around, thank you. We'll be back next Monday at 9:00.
Please let us know what your worst day in barbecue was. We'll read them.
And
live.
barbecue or food truck?
Food trucking. Yes, please.
It's just not a barbecue show, Skippy. Jeez.
I know it's not, damn it.
All right, everybody. Have a great week. We will talk to you soon. Bye.